Who do you think is the strongest out of Team RWBY or Team Juniper at the start of Season 5 of RWBY? Personally, I think it's Weiss, and here's why. Now, Blake has just been out in Menagerie. She hasn't really been training or learning any new powers or anything, so she's essentially the same as what she was at the Fall of Beacon. Yang went through a lot of trauma, and as we saw at the end of in episode 1 of season 5, her hands were a bit shaky, so there's still some of that trauma left. Yes, she's got her brand new metallic arm, but I don't think she's actually any stronger. In fact, I think she's a bit weaker than what she was at the Fall of Beacon. Now, Nora, Ren, Jean, and RWBY, they're definitely stronger. They're a bit more of a wild card, but they're definitely stronger because they've been out in the wild, fighting Grimm, fighting for their lives for the last 6 months, I think. Last 6 months they've been out fighting, training, and, getting stronger. Jean's got his new sword with purest metal in it, and all of that. Now, granted, Jean could easily become stronger, depending on what his semblance is. We now know Ren's semblance, which does make him a lot stronger. He's a ninja. Dead Silence is his semblance. I don't know if that's the exact name, but I guess a better term for that would be Erase Presence, because he makes it so that enemies can't see, hear, or detect a person at all. Then Nora, yeah, she's extremely powerful when she's shocked with electricity. RWBY still has her speed, and they've all still got their regular weapons. Weiss, on the other hand, just base power level with her glyphs, her semblance is stronger, in my opinion, than everyone else's we've seen. Because glyphs can increase your speed, can do elemental damage, can allow you to jump around and everything. The glyphs aren't limited to one specific function, like RWBY's speed. She just has speed. Yang's power, she just can increase her physical strength and essentially go Hulk on people. Blake, she can leave clones of herself. That can be used in many different ways, but it's still only one ability. Weiss's glyphs incorporate numerous other abilities. And granted, her actual combat abilities may not be as high as other people's. In fact, her combat abilities are probably far less than Team Rangers right now. RWBY, Jean, Ren, and Nora. But the thing that's going to make Weiss incredibly strong is her summoning, which we now know based on what we saw at the end of Season 4 and also what we have seen in the opening of Season 5 and everything. She is now able to summon that giant white knight, her guardian knight, using her semblance, using her glyphs. That's I don't know how you beat that. Like, when they were fighting that giant robot that it took all of them to take it down. The giant robot at the Fall of Beacon that, first of all, there was the one that Torchwick was driving back in Season 2 that RWBY, Yang, Weiss, and Blake all took out together. And, they needed all 4 of them to take it out. Then there was the upgraded version that was at the Fall of Beacon, and that needed... How many was it? It was like 10 different hunters, huntresses. Granted, they were all in training, but it took all of them to take it down. Even Velvet, who used everyone's weapons, couldn't take it down single-handedly. But with Weiss having this giant, however many foot tall knight, could probably solo that thing at this point, whereas I still don't think anyone else is at the power level to do so. She's not, obviously, in the range of being able to take down, like, Crow or Raven or anyone, because they're on a whole different level, but I mean, just for the student level of power, Weiss, I think, is by far ahead, just based on her glyphs. Granted, as Season 5 goes on, we could see new powers, new abilities, new things that people can do with their semblance. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm looking forward to it, and, we'll see what happens. Anyways, why don't you guys let me know in the comments below who you think is the strongest, as well as if you agree, disagree, again, whether you think I'm full of shit, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm Phoenix Knight, and I'll see you in the next video.